Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerdlings and pewee of all ages. We're in game number 3 of this best of 5 in the lower bracket match. Between these two pretty closely matched players right now, one of them moves on to play in the lower bracket round 4, I think going to be played tomorrow. And one of them will go home right now. This is the WCS EU Regionals, and spawning in a top position on Orbital Shipyard, it is SortOf, our blue Zerg. His opponent spawns in the bottom position as the red Terran player representing Millennium Esports. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dayshi. We have a Noyo drone, by the looks of things. Oh, he might have been able to kill off that SCV. Oh, okay, he definitely can't now. Barrack's going to be going down, and drone going to be stealing gas? Stealing gas? Maybe stealing gas? Oh, not stealing gas. Well, drone just got told, but he is going to be able to make it out. He chooses not to, though. This is a massive game of chicken going on right here. I'm just enjoying watching this. But we have got the hatchery going down now. A 4 SortOf gas pool off the back of that as well. And Dayshi now. Oh, Mortal Kombat! Oh, no. No, the drone's going to be able to get out with 7 hit points remaining. This guy, give this guy a metal Rambo drone right here. He ain't afraid of anything. Secret international drone of mystery. Undercover. Special agent. License to mine. License to mine. Woo! I'll watch that movie. Speaking of movies, I don't normally do plugs for like real life stuff in the middle of a cast. Guys, I watched Deadpool last night. Oh my god, is it a good movie. Go and watch it. You will be thoroughly entertained. Unless your brain and heart are both completely dead to the outside world. You will love it. I guarantee it. Wonderful, wonderful movie. Anyway, moving right along. Reaper now popping into the main. There are 6 Zerglings as a welcoming committee. Good dodge of the initial grenade there from the Reaper. And great micro actually on the Zergling, some sort of as well. Trying to prevent the Reaper from going down. Whee! And there comes the Queen. So enough playing with the kids. Mama's home. And this Reaper, need to be careful about going into that natural, because you do have the potential there to accidentally get pincered between the 2 queens and not have enough time to heal up. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That guy is a donkey on the edge. Little bit careful there. And we have very similar build to what we've seen before. We are going to be seeing some Banshee play coming out of Dayshi here. We have double heli in production. That is going to be cloaked Banshee if previous games are anything to go by. We will see. In the meantime, not an awful lot going on tech-wise at the moment. SortOf is just droning his little heart out. And he's saying, right, time to get my macro on. He's got his 3rd base coming down as well. So all looking pretty hunky-dory. And the first couple of Hellions plus the Reaper are now going to try and harass. Now remember what happened last time. The Reaper sort of walking up the ramp and dying straight away to this. You do need to be very careful indeed. The Reaper, oh, well, he's going to get stuck up the ramp again. And one of those Hellions will go down straight away. Now this one Hellion, he'll actually be able to kill off the Zerglings if he perseveres for long enough and the angles are good. But, again, not exactly what Dayshi was planning when this happened. So we have Sneaky Sloth Overlord. Going to be coming in to see exactly what's going on. I believe he also saw, let me just double check there. This Overlord also saw, okay, he saw nothing being researched at the tech lab. So this represents a little bit of a switch up here. Because this time around, as this Overlord decides to get tickled by the Marine, we have a Banshee but no cloak coming out from Dayshi. So a little bit of a difference. He instead is going to be using some of that gas to go ahead and pick off some Overlords with a Viking, which I like. In the long run, he's going to be able to restrict the scouting vision available to SortOf. Possibly killing off like Overseers on top of armies for stuff like that. And why not? That'll help units like Ghost later on in the game. Every little helps. So I'm totally cool with this approach. Here comes the Viking. And poor old Tom the Overlord. Well, is this Marine going to pretend he scored the kill? Is he going to rush in and get, like, the last hit? Don't be like this, Marine. Don't be like John. John the Marine. Why am I giving him my name? That's harsh. Oh, well. Not quite picking off a roach there. These Hellions and a Banshee. But... man. I mean... I guess Dayshi can limit creep, but he really isn't doing much damage right now. That kind of concerns me. Okay, that appears to be changing now. He can move one Hellion to the back and move in and try and pick off a second Queen. There are only 3 roaches here after all. A bunch of Lings are trying to get inside the base here to do a bit of damage, but will not successfully do that. They do manage to kill off a worker, and I guess... well, stop a mule from mining for a little bit, at the cost of their own life. Still just the one worker killed this game. All very friendly at the moment. You can chalk that one worker kill down to incorrectly applied health and safety procedures, perhaps. And that is the armory coming down for Dayshi now at his 3rd base location. So potentially looking now to move up. Maybe we could see some Hellbats again, but realistically I think we're just prepping for that 2-2. Combat Shields is only just begun. So I can't really see him doing any sort of mega damage against any sort of AoE from SortOf, but SortOf's Infestation Pit has only just started. It's not like he's got Infestors out already. So it's not that much of a danger. Both sides appear to want to be killing the same debris. So whoever kills... Yeah. This is going to be interesting. It looks like Terrans hate Zerg, Zerg hates Terrans, but everyone hates rocks! And now we have the Siege Tank in a pretty sexy position, it has to be said, for Dayshi, putting a lot of pressure on SortOf. SortOf's response is going to be approximately 1 billion bunches of what I'm going to assume are beautiful carnations, but then spew fire at you, and you realize, actually, these guys aren't friendly after all. So these guys should be able to push it back. We do have the Hellbats coming in to try and tank a lot of that damage. I like the spread on the Ravager shots as well. Not all going after the single Siege Tank. He's actually prioritizing going after the individual units there. I really, really like that, and that means the Ravagers will successfully kill everything off here. There is no way the Siege Tank is going to be able to land without suffering, but the Banshee actually is going completely unchecked. He's having so much fun right now. She, rather. 9 kills and counting for this Banshee. Yeehaw! Trigger, finger, oh my god. Brenda here is just kicking so much ass right now. 12 kills and counting on that Banshee. Boomtown. And, yep, looks like the party of, I guess, kind of 3 different air units, if you count the Siege Tank as a modifier to the Medevac, are just going to move on out. They're like some sort of Terran A-team. You can see them moving out across the map here. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. In the meantime, Pathogen Glands is researching for SortOf. And he's down in supply at the moment, really struggling just a little bit in this particular game. Not to a point where he's losing or anything like that, but he certainly doesn't feel like he's taking the initiative. And that might end up grating on him after a while. We have these guys moving in here, trying to do as much damage. Actually, these Marines over in this position could do a lot of damage because they'll be able to move on around the side, and I think SortOf spotted that as well. Good opportunistic targeting from Dayshi there, and that wins him the game. SortOf already behind in supply, but that critical engagement was going to lose him the game, and Millennium Dayshi moves up by a scoreline of 2-1.